And good morning. Welcome to the Patriot Morning Show. Dave in the AM here in studio. Hope you're doing well on this Tuesday, June the 3rd, 6:04 Eastern Standard Time this morning as we broadcast from Studio A here by the banks of the Southern Fried River as it gently flows through the state to go by Studio B, where Rob is at, and then empty into parts unknown of Florida. We hope you are having a great morning. We are looking forward to a good day working through this week. Good morning, James. Good morning, Michael. Hope you are all well this morning, rested, ready to tackle the day. Grab it by the horns, wrestle it down, and not let it grab hold of you. For James, it would be car parts, not letting those people in customer service aggravate him or those that would treat him wrong. Just taking care of business on a Tuesday. Michael keeping the world safe in his area of the world, stepping out and making sure that the sun is still up and all is good in the universe. Don't ready to throw it in today. Don't throw it in. Take it down. Build it up. Wrestle it. Don't give in to it. Don't let the enemy win. Take it on. There's always some knucklehead out there that wants to take you on and ruin your day. Don't let it happen. Be real. I get it. I get it. I get there too, brother. I get it. But we gotta fight the fight. We gotta keep going. I get it. I do pray again today for my sister and brother-in-law who will find out today, certainly by tomorrow, if they still have jobs. And if they do, where those jobs might be in the United States. So there's a lot on the table today for them. My heart goes out to them as they start the day. Kaylee's grandmother, his health is not real good and descending rapidly. Pray for that. Keeping comfortable, I think, is the phrase that is used. God knows the need. So I'll pray for Miss Martha and others across the world who may need prayer today. Pray for the United States. Little Zelensky has just about, just pulled us right on in with Senators Lindsey Graham, Richard Blumenthal. They just pulled us right into war. Russian rockets are those leaders of the rockets are saying they've dialed in Washington, D.C., which I'm sure it was already dialed in. But have they officially put in a launch coordinates? Retired Brigadier General Blaine Holt says that the Russians are not accepting the President Trump's phone calls. I don't know. That's pretty significant this Tuesday morning. Got little Zelensky over there bragging about his attack on the eve of supposed peace talks. He pulled off the Hail Mary. He's got nothing else. What's he got? He got nothing else. Little man. Little man's pulling us into a bigger fight. The Europeans, the Britons, the British are saying they're putting themselves on a war footing. They're getting war ready. They say by 2035, they will have the most fierce fighting force in Europe. Well, that's not today. You need to clamp down on the talk. They just sound like they're all itching for war over there. Let's get it on, as the announcer would say. I mean, that's the way they're acting. Let's all get it on. It's like I said last night. That's all good till the body bags start coming in. Everybody loves to beat on the drums of war. All you generals. Oh yes, the generals love to talk about war. They love to talk about how we're going to, we're not going to take it anymore. We're going to take it to them. We're the meanest, baddest fighting force this side of Mars, until the body bags start coming in with the dead sons and daughters of your citizens. It's ridiculous. It is that, and I'm using his words. Retired Brigadier General Blaine Holt said in his years as a brigadier general and on NATO, He has never been more, this is what he said, he has never been more concerned about the escalation and where we're at right now than he was ever in the last 27 years. That's crazy. He said that they're on a path of escalation. The Ukrainians have put us in a bad place. They violated a START treaty by hitting those planes, recognized START treaty for nuclear proliferation. And he says, it's his words, that the Russians are not taking the president's phone calls. And that is not good. We can't get anything done. All we can do is make statements. And they've also said that they've dialed in Paris and London and Washington, D.C. They say, this is what the news has been reporting, if anyone who helped the Ukrainians in this attack, they consider them to be at war with them as well. And he said that the Russians know that there's no way that the Ukrainians did this without help, including from the United States. What are we doing? Yeah. And we do have a war going on here from terrorism. Yes. Tom Holman says that we have a big problem. Tom Holman, the border czar, Tom Holman said this. You can go read the article. Tom Holman said that he says that we will have, not that we might have, that we will have a major terror attack inside the United States because of the border policies of Joe Biden, that we will have it. We can't get them out fast enough, that they're here and it's going to happen. Major terror attack. Not just some idiot, evil loon throwing Molotov cocktails at Jewish people who are making their messaging, these older folks. A major terror attack. That's a terror attack, but a major one. Crazy. Yes. Well, he needs to be thrown out, to be honest. He's no good. This is the guy that's going to... This is the idiot. I'm not a fan of Russia, their leadership. No. But this is the idiot that will get us in World War III with nuclear weapons going off, and Zelensky's over jumping up and down, giddy about it all, that he finally got us pulled into this thing. He wants us pulled in. He absolutely does, because he knows that's the only way he can continue to fight. He can't beat them. The Ukrainians cannot defeat the Russians. It can't happen. Yeah. I know, Mike. Yeah, that idiot is going to get us pulled in. Boy, we can't have that. I mean, what a freak! This guy has a dictator. He has forced people into military service. He has refused to have elections. He's ignored the laws of his own land. It's been documented that he has attacked religious institution within Ukraine on the Ukrainian side. This guy, we know his past, we know his history. I really kind of wonder behind him who's pulling the strings there. There's when you go back and read his story, there are people that helped him get in. Obviously, they financed him. I mean, they billionaires financed his run. He didn't have the money. They financed his run to be the leader in that country. Of course, then he was helping off his billionaire friends, or millionaire friends, whoever you want to say, in America. But what in the world is? He is like a spoiled child. He's a spoiled child. Yeah, and that's the guy. That's the guy that's going to keep poking a bear. Yes, he did, and they don't know where some of these people are. Many of them, they don't know where they're at, and they're plotting. And so that's what Tom Holman said. He said there will be a major attack. That's nice to look forward to as your summer rolls in. Family activities, sporting events. Think about that. All the opportunities that could be had there, and what kind of fear could be struck in our country if something like that happened. I was reading. I do a morning MP3 show or audio show on Podbean, and I was mentioning, John Fetterman sat down with Shannon Bream and Dave McCormick, and they had a half hour. Not, I wouldn't even know if I would call it a debate, but basically a talk. And John Fetterman said, "I break with my." He said the Democrats should be for a stronger border, but they're not, and I break with my party. And he said, "Yes, it's a bad place to be in because of how they'll treat you." But he said, "These are smart things." He said, "Anybody that's not for that, there's just something wrong." He said he kind of took a dig at Schumer that they need to stand behind those things. That we need to have a strong border because he sees the problems with it. He's for support of Israel, and he's not wavering on that. He's not going to waver. And so on most things, he has stood his ground. Him and McCormick agreed on most things, and he said that that's part of the bipartisanship where it's getting more and more kind of punitive to just agree with some of these things in the middle of the party right now. He called out his own party and his colleagues on stances on Israel and immigration, and worked in a subtle jab at Chuck Schumer. Well, he needs a subtle jab. He needs more than that. He condemned the attack in Boulder, and he noted that parts of his party had, quote, lost the argument when it came to bucking anti-Semitism and standing behind Israel. They've lost the argument. You go, John Fetterman. I like that guy. I mean, we ain't always going to agree, but he's the kind of guy that I like. I like to have him around. He's somebody you can work with. The big, beautiful bill, President wants it on his desk by July 4th. Now, can they get it through? There are a couple of senators that are, Senator Ron Johnson, for one, said he will not. I think John Thune, maybe the other one. They're not going to support it because they want to see some adjustments. I think those things will happen. I think there'll be some adjustments, and I think they'll get it done. But this is part of that political process. I wouldn't get heated over it until we get close to July 4th and they're not getting anything done. There's still time. So this is the give and take in our government, and it's nothing new, and it happens. That's amen, Michael. Amen. Look at all of the dead in Ukraine. And that was my point last night, late show last night after our show, the MAGA report, was are the people of America, because I said everybody, again, like I said earlier, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people beat the drums of war. Oh yeah, let's go get them. Let's go. Let's take it to them. Let's push the Russians back. Lindsey Graham out front. Oh, we're going to hit the Russians. It all sounds tough. It all sounds good. And, until the body bags start arriving and flag draped coffins. That's when it gets real. That's when it is. Is this really something that, are we willing to, as Americans, are we willing to go into this battle? Are all these people that fly the Ukrainian flags, all these people that say, I'm for Ukraine, are you willing to stand there with the same intensity and passion when the sons and daughters of American citizens are coming home in the droves? Because I don't think there's any way we can't get involved in this if it happens that we don't have to have some sort of military involvement other than just missiles and intelligence and electronic warfare. I just think that it would be a coalition of NATO. NATO was once they trigger NATO, we're in. And are the people going to be happy about that? Are the rah-rahs? Are the celebrations? The cheering? As the shock and awe goes on, the first elements of the war, are you going to be happy until you see the return? And missiles are falling on the United States in various cities around the country. That's when the people are going to go, oh, crap. I didn't think it'd be this. Yeah, that's where we're at. This Brigadier General said he's never been more concerned. Never been more concerned. As a military person, a person that's been involved with NATO, an Air Force Brigadier General retired, that statement is alarming. It is absolutely alarming, and it should just all bring shivers to our spines because of these spineless idiots that we've got in our government who are out there beating these drums like it's the next best thing. Oh yeah, let's take it to Russia. Let's go get them. Now, there may be a time we have to do that. There may be. But until that is absolutely necessary, does someone want to, are they okay with that? The retired Brigadier General called it that we're on an escalation path with no reverse gear. That's what he said, no reverse gear. Even an El Camino owner could understand that, right? Oh, it's alarming. It is absolutely alarming. There was a couple of statements in that report, and I want to pull that back up because I want to make sure I get it right. If I can get my iPad to do its thing here. I keep getting it wants to jump to the next story. I always love it when it does that. Just jump to the next story. Sitting here trying to pull it up. There we go. Maybe we got it this time. Okay. A couple things he said. The escalation path was one. The other one was he said, I will tell you, I've been on the air and I've been blessed to be on the air with you all since Kabul fell. And I've never been more concerned about global or national security in my life than I am right now. I understand it's a tactical win. The Ukrainians have a tactical win, but they hit a third of the strategic bomber force that is covered by a START treaty, the Nuclear Arms Reduction Treaty that goes back to 2010. There is no Russian in the military there that believes that Ukraine was able to achieve this without Western intelligence help, including our country. The leader of rocket forces for Russia has now openly said they are locking in the coordinates for Paris, London, and Washington, D.C. There's an escalation path now without a reverse gear. He said he prayed for that to be had. He prayed for a good meeting. Well, they didn't meet but for an hour in Istanbul. They agreed on some exchange of injured prisoners. He says that that we are in a big, dangerous place that we weren't in 3 days ago, now 4 days. And he prayed that something good would happen in the talks. It didn't happen. He said if peace talks don't go well, the worst that can happen is that we get on an escalatory path. Russia blames NATO and blames the United States. They don't take calls from the President Trump anymore. And we're in a Cold War situation, much like we were when I was a young second lieutenant, adding that in such a scenario, the U.S. would be always at the edge looking for some pathway to talk to the Russians and potentially looking at a hot war. No one should take this lightly, he says. Given the potential for escalation, and said he has previously warned the Europeans need to follow President Trump's leadership on this. He says, can you tell me that they're going to military to defeat Russia? Talk about Ukrainians. No, they can't. He said it was a masterful event, much like the Doolittle raid, if you remember that raid. But it doesn't have the legs behind it. And if you can't carry it through to victory, then what are you doing with the bear that has nuclear weapons? Alarming article. And what are they doing? Lindsey Graham just happens to be in the region for the peace talks. Really? The peace talks. We're hanging out. We're in town for the peace talks. Oh, we're going to watch Ukraine bomb Russia, their bomber fleet. The timing is horrible. Why didn't they do that 6 months ago? 3 weeks ago? Why did they say it took a year and a half? Why on that exact date did that happen? Folks, they don't want peace. Zelensky will not back down. I believe it now. He has to be forced out. I've said from the beginning that you got to get Zelensky out. Putin's no cup of tea. But you got to get him out. You got to get somebody in there that sees the realities on the ground. because this guy is not going to walk away and he's not going to stop. He's not going to agree. He's going to look for ways to poke the bear and keep the fight alive, and he's dragging us into World War III. This guy is got to be dealt with. Michael said Fetterman isn't a bad egg, goofed up some since he's wise to the lies in the seat. They think they need to get rid of him. Actually, he's one that I believe could hold his own in a debate. I do too. A pastor predicted this over 4 years ago. If he is right, we will be part of this to where we will have a foreign military marching down our streets. Ouch. That's the scary part, ain't it, man? The Dems want to go after Russia thinking they will control everything. Lindsey Graham, he needs to be defeated in South Carolina. And you know, he's been doing this for 3+ years. Getting on the airwaves, you know, beating those war drums. Let's go get Russia. Let's strike them. You know, let's let the Ukrainians. You know, he was. I'm sure he was just super excited about the warplanes or the bombers. Oh yes. We've set the Russians back. Well, they still got nuclear missiles. Come on, dude. I don't know that they will use them. If you back him in a corner, I don't know. If you say Putin's a madman, what stops him? That's always been the thought, right? Oh, we ain't got to worry about nuclear war because they know that we would do to them what they do to us. It's like playing chicken on the road. Remember that? I know some people got killed doing that. Oh, they'll pull up. They'll go off. They won't do it. And each thought the other was thinking that, and they collided and died. Could we be playing a massive global game of chicken right now? Oh, they won't do it. We can push them back. We can sanction them to death. We can keep arming the Ukrainians. We can let them. We can pull the range restrictions off. We can let them bomb right in there. Are we seriously playing global nuclear war games in an overblown game of chicken? They'll blink. Don't worry. They'll blink. Or we'll blink. It won't happen. Don't ever know, man. Don't ever know. So, yeah, that's not fun news this morning. You know, it's not fun news that this guy that through the Molotov cocktails was supposed to be out of the country. Another fail. Tom Homan again saying this will lead to this is going to be a massive terror attack inside the. We warned about this, right? We warned about this a long time ago. Like where we could be at, you know, what could happen. Absolutely. So, you know, what happens here? And where do we go? Lindsey Graham needs to go out here and sit and believe Putin will use nukes. And yeah, and when you say, James, and by the way, y'all follow Empty Pockets podcast on Rumble. And if you don't have Rumble, what's wrong with you? Get the Rumble and then go premium. We are doing some premium hours this morning. Or premium hour. But why, you know, there's different style of nukes. They don't have to use the biggest boys. I don't know what our nuclear, what was it called? Big boy or something boy. So I know I'm all around that name, the one we dropped. But anyway, there are smaller tactical nukes. They're very destructive, yes, but they're more designed for areas, smaller areas. They can do that. They could do that in Ukraine. And what are these idiots going to think? Now that's what I mean. One drop of something like that. And here's where we're at, folks. This is what gets me. The Russians don't back down. The Russians will always. It's the Chicago way, right? You come with a knife, we're coming with a gun. They firmly are like that. Does anybody think that the Russians are not going to respond in a heavy-handed way for what has happened to their bomber fleet? They're absolutely going to respond. I would not be surprised to see Kyiv get under such an attack that they've never seen before. Zelensky over doing backflips, cheering on his, bragging about leading this fight. I led this attack. Oh, he bragged about they set up the office right next to a Russian FSB office, you know, their intelligence office. He bragged about that. Well, he's not going to be bragging when the fires are burning in Kyiv, when Kyiv is three-quarters destroyed. I'm telling you, I'm really fearful about the response here. If it's true that this brigadier general is right, they're not taking the calls of the president. They absolutely are not ready. They're not going to make any agreement. Why do we not take his call? He supported this. And whether he did or not, I wonder what the president really knew about this attack. Did he know this was fixing to happen? I don't know. But I know this, the Russians are going to respond, and they're going to respond in a way that we've not seen yet. They absolutely will not. And what if they target? There was another article, which is a very good article, which said the United States better take stock of their own planes on their own tarmacs and look at the vulnerabilities that they have. The Russians got caught flat. Sure. It's an embarrassment to them. Do we not think that the United States could also get caught flat like that? Do we not think that there's, with all these people that are secretly in the country, they could be setting up offices right next to, places that we have? We better measure our own vulnerability. Could there be a fleet of drones that's been assembled, being hidden out somewhere that could be attacking our airfields and our bombers, our Apache helicopters, our whatever? That could absolutely happen. Plus, China is agitating Putin behind the scenes to not allow America to get away with helping Ukraine. Sure they are. Because you know what? They would love to use Russia to keep poking us, keep us occupied. You see, there's our real threat. That is our real threat over the world. We're getting involved with Russia due to Ukraine. But the real threat, the real military buildup is China. The one that has surpassed us in total number of surface fleet of their Navy. They've went beyond us. They are very close in matching us on air power. Very close. We still have, I think, a slight edge. It's narrowing. And they are shipbuilding aircraft carriers like there's no tomorrow. And they've been doing military fake runs on Taiwan. What if all of a sudden, in the middle of all this crap, what if we do get pulled in and Taiwan gets hit? You see, there's a lot that could go wrong here, and a lot could go wrong very quickly. I tell you, it needs to be a de-escalation. Zelensky's got to go. We need to keep our eye on the ball. We need our intelligence services working at an all-time high, and we've got to get this, the Middle East straightened out the best we can. America first. We've got to get ourselves out of this entanglement that that Biden got us in. And we need to tell the NATO leaders in Europe to shut the heck up. Because you're right, Steve, but in total count, they do. But, bro, they've been building now, I'm telling you, because they paid for the war plans. They bought those off of people that sold out America. I get what you're saying, but they have advanced their Navy a lot. I'm not saying right now I believe I do believe that we have the ability that is beyond their scope. As I said, they're narrowing the gap. They are absolutely putting together a better Navy than they've ever had. And let's face it, look at the power that they have. And they have an endless supply of manpower too. And by the way, we have agreements with Taiwan. There'll be not just a naval battle or an air battle, possibly troops on the ground. Nobody thinks it'll ever happen, but who knows? Anyway, that's just where we're at. That's where we're at, and you just have to recognize that. We would hope that none of those things happen. But when you got generals that are saying they've never seen the stance right now that where we're at, that's concerning. The escalation is a concern. Lindsey Graham over there, in his little party with Zelensky as they hit the Russians, that's a concern. There's a lot that could go wrong there. James says, I believe small nukes are here because letting a full container that is scheduled for like Amazon, the whole container can look like it's loaded floor to ceiling with like toy drones or something. Well, the Ukrainians got these drones transported across Russia. And in fact, according to intelligence, one of those drivers, two of them jumped out, was trying to act like they were trying to stop it, like they didn't even know what they were hauling. We're going to find out a lot of interesting facts about this. And do we not think that they could get things across the border and be driving them across the border? 18-wheeler rolling down the road, baby. Could it happen? Sure. Scary thoughts this morning on a Tuesday. Absolutely. Quick break while I get my coffee that has dripped over here. It's hot. Just a real quick, not going to be long. We'll be right back, and just let me grab my coffee real quick. Let's do our good friends with Fresh Press Farms. We'll be right back. Hey, this is Dave with the Southern Fried Podcast. Recently, me and Rob were able to go to Fresh Press Farms and do an interview, which we posted on all of our streams. We love these folks. They're amazing. And we are also customers of theirs. I've recently ordered my olive oil that we use in cooking to our home. We love that they're Georgia-based. We love that they're the only olive producer in the state of Georgia. And we love that they're making jobs here for Georgians in South Georgia. We want you to become a part of their family and use their products. They are the makers of homegrown cold-pressed cooking oils. Crafting oil like this means that they capture the best of the olive and the sunflower because they make that oil too. And they have other products that they have out there. It's an amazing company. They like to say freshness is never a question with Fresh Press Farms. They believe that what we put into our body should be minimally processed and actually improve our health and taste like the source. Locally produced and vertically integrated, they proudly grow, harvest, cold press, bottle, and distribute their oils in Georgia to ensure top-notch quality and a quick trip from Grove to Pranchy. Please go online and look up their website and order you some too. Support small business, support Georgia business, and we would appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you soon. I don't know why I'm lagging, but I seem to be. But anyway, I got my coffee. I feel good. Yes, I agree with that. Graham. See you, Graham. Ill boy. Oh, ain't it amazing? Doesn't that make you feel good as an American? Lindsey Graham, Richard Blumenthal in Kyiv together. Something about that just doesn't feel right with me. I just don't have the greatest confidence in that duo, the dynamic duo, Graham Blumenthal. Well, that sounds like a law firm, don't it? Oh man, what a couple of ringers! That's some of the worst that both parties has to offer. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's among the worst. Graham Blumenthal taking America down one step at a time. It's not good. It's not good. I just don't care for either one of those. Blumenthal is not intelligent. You watch him in some of those Supreme Court nomination or Supreme Court debates and the confirmation hearings and stuff, and just listen to him. And Graham gets up there and he about to cry. He gets up there and he gets all red in the face. Remember when he led that one? He got dressed down a couple of times. I think he was about to cry. He was so upset. He got on his little rant, banged his gavel a couple of times. I'm sorry, he didn't look tough. That's the one where Dianne Feinstein absolutely did not know what was going on. Had no clue. She was bad sick. They wheeled her in there in a wheelchair. Her staff is having to do everything for her. She can't do anything. And she was at a confirmation hearing for Supreme Court Justice. Think about that. We sent our greatest senators over there. Oh my gosh. Can you see the Russians belly laughing? Lindsey Graham, comrade. Blumenthal. They might have actually got serious if we'd have sent some others over there. It's a little tougher. They might actually took notice. It's like they sent Graham, Blumenthal. We got nothing to worry about. Zelensky, we're going to deal with him in due time. That's true. Good morning, Brusky Bear. I don't get it either. I'm not down with that. We were talking last night, names that you can be called that get you beat up in school. That's one. As a male. I'm just saying. We were talking about Kit, the name Kit. That's a name that you're not going to survive the first day without something happening in school. Lindsay's another one. After they deal with the Kits, the Clarks. Clark, come here, Clark. Let's explain something to you. Oh, Lindsay, you too. Good morning, Jake. Jake the Snake from the great state of Mississippi. Hope you're doing well today. Lindsey Graham. It just blows my mind. It's like a bad Tom Clancy novel or something. I mean, who writes this stuff? I mean, a major operation, a year and a half in the making, on the eve of a national, a meeting to try to bring peace to the situation, a ceasefire, and you got Blumenthal and Graham over there, these losers, in the war room. They were in the war room while this operation was being handed out. Oh yes, I can just see Lindsay jumping up and down. Oh look, we took out another Russian plane. Zelensky over there smiling like, yes, I did that. I'm in charge here. As he got up out of his high chair. I mean, Blumenthal going, it's necessary for the destruction of the United States. Thank you, Mr. Zelensky, for helping us. I mean, I swear. Should send a small hello. Might as well be Sue. Gaylord is another name you can be. That's just names. You just don't. That's why some kids go by their middle name in school. They're like, I can't handle it. Like, I don't know what my mom was thinking. Like, what are you doing? Why are you calling me that? You might get away with it at the preppy private school. You might get away with it at the upper cruster school, the rich and elite, the millionaire billionaire school. But you go down to the regular old public education school, you go to the first name and they go, Gaylord? All the dudes are like, what? What did he just call you? Gaylord. Lindsay? Sue? Oh, you can see all the dudes like, oh, we're going to have fun today. Grandma would be saying, we can take the country and make it into a Christian. Oh, he was probably, who's your decorator, Mr. Zelensky? I just love your office decor. It just excites me. Elmo. I do know a guy that's nicknamed Elmo. He's not called that. But yeah. My name is Elmo. Elmo Smith. Ian. Yeah, I mean, moms have got to put better thought into it when they send their kids out like that. You know, I knew a girl once that was named Amity. I said, don't tell me it was from the movie. She said, yes. I hate it. My mom loved that movie, and she called me Amity. Amity. She goes, I usually go by my middle name. But yeah, dudes know the drill. You got to stay with safe names, strong names. John, David, Mark, Michael, Steve Austin, Jake. I remember. I remember it was a friend of mine, and his name sounded very much like a girl's name. And yes, Celtic, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And so I was mentioning him, and this guy, he's deceased now. He said his name, he's called what? I thought you was talking about a girl. I said, no, it was, I think his mom named him after somebody in her family. I don't know. They gave him heck. Leslie. I'm sorry out there if you have any of these names, but you know it's true. You had to go to school. Grandma's trying to convince Zelensky to Oh, you know they had the hot tub going on after the attack. Come on now. You know it. The presidential hot tub, hot house, hot bath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Blumenthal, Graham, Zelensky. Oh yeah. After their attack, they had to have a little conference. Steve said and I know you never said anything out of the way, right? Yes, the Turkish bath. Well, the conference, the peace conference was in Istanbul. Come on, gentlemen, let's carry our Chardonnays. Go down to the bath. Lindsay said, "Oh, you got that? Oh, this trip gets better and better. I can't wait to the peace conference." Oh man. Oh my gosh. You you know what happened. There's no doubt. Oh, the coffee is good this morning. It's has the Metallica song. It's sad but true. I mean, this, Steve said it gets worse. His last name was extremely girly too. Imagine something along the lines of Rainbow. I got you. Oh, we know Blinken is a musician. We can have a band for that. That's right. He plays the guitar. Oh my gosh. Could you see that band? I guess, is Lindsay the singer? Zelensky's more like, he looks like a drummer. Blumenthal, I guess he's keyboards. Maybe bass. He might be able to pull off the bass guitar. Here's, here's, oh, and he was a junior. Thanks, Dad. So far, we have Kit, Lindsay, Gaylord, Elmo, Ian, Ashley, Leslie, Gail. Yes, I've worked up an appetite after the Turkish bath. Can we go to the Panera Bread? Oh, I'm guessing the same thing, Michael. I can't. Kelly. I had a cousin named Kelly. Are you still alive? No, I had. I have. I don't know why I said I had a cousin named Kelly. I don't know. They were trying to keep all the names the same with a K. Yeah. They're sitting around having their war celebration afterwards at Panera. Lindsay just giddy. Thank you so much for having us over. I've had such a great time. This is great. It's true. It's true, James. I can't put that on screen. It's true. Oh my gosh. Oh, if you've watched his videos, when he was an actor, that one they always show where he's shaking his hips. That's why Lindsay's over there. He saw the video. He's like, oh, I gotta go meet this guy. He hates Russians like me, and boy, can he shake his hips. They're all baristas at Starbucks. Oh, the League of Girly Men. They men. It's like a month. Man, did you have to put that image into my brain this morning? My question is this: how does that guy keep getting elected in South Carolina? The Democrats have been trying to take that seat for years. How in the world does he? I can't believe South Carolinians vote for this guy. I mean, is it the lesser of two evils? Wait, how does he keep getting elected? Oh man, I just can't believe it. Oh, and he boasted he had 82 signatures on his bill. He's going to push up for the 500% penalty tariff sanctions against any country that buys from Russia. That's not going through. It's not going through. He can wave that in the air all he wants. He went over there to show Zelensky, hey, look what I got. Well, it works either way, Browski Bear. There's some dudes out there, they're going to see this. They're going to be ticked off like, hey, I can't help it. My mom named me. I'm tough. I know stuff. I'm smart. Oh, man. I never liked it when they said it's one of those names that goes either way. It works for a girl or a guy. And I've always like, who makes this rule? Like, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in school. You will get picked on. You just can't do it. And this age, there's a comedian out there that cracks me. Oh, he cracks me up. And he's African American. He is so funny. He's a Southern guy. I don't know if you've seen this where he says about nicknames. He said, yeah, he said, white dudes can get away with nicknames. I mean, Chip and stuff like that. You could put that on your business card. He said, but us brothers, we can't get away with it because, you can't put Pookie on the business. We're going to bring you here and talk to Pookie. I'm not going in. This guy is hilarious. I can't remember his name. If you've seen that guy, post his name in the chat. I want to watch some more of him. He seems to be very clean. He is absolutely just killer funny. I love this guy. I about fell on the floor when he said that, Pookie. Oh, you know what? That's what we've been missing all along. I've said it. It's starting to come out again. We lost the ability to laugh at ourselves. We absolutely did in this country. Everybody was so serious, and we can't laugh, and comedy's out. You got to be able to laugh. People love to laugh, and you can't do away with your comedy. Come on. And laughing at yourself is safe ground. You can do that. One of the toughest guys I was in school was named Kimbo. He was a great guy, especially in football. Kimbo. It's like Rambo. Do you like your names? Curiosity for those in the chat. Do you like your name? Are you good with it? Or you like maybe not like one of your names? Not that you have Kit. as a name, but do you like the name that you were given? Some kids change their names legally after they get grown. It's that bad. Oh, we we came we came close to going off the rails last night. James says I like both of my names. Amen. I do too. I like mine. Although I was nicknamed Davy as a kid because two Davids, and my dad would not absolutely refuse for me to ever be referred to as Junior. And we did not have the same middle name. He said he's not a junior. He didn't want that. So as a compromise, they called me Davy, and my family to this day still calls me Davy. What does Michael stand for? I don't know. I don't remember. You know, it's some of those names that you hear, and somebody in government, and you don't even have to know their past to know about where they went to school at or who their family was. I mean, you see their name. Godlike, okay. Godlike. I'm a proud contributor of things going off there. Yes, you were. The Michael's of Hebrew origin. It means who is like God or gift from God. Awesome. Good information. James Big Daddy Pimp. The angel of the Lord. Oh, James bringing it this morning. You know, I was going to say, James, you went on a marathon show the other night. 3:45? James always says he'll go until his butt hurts so bad he can't stand it. Man, you were locked and loaded that night. 3:45. You go. Steve said he's went over 4. I've went over 3, not 3:45. I think it was like 3:12, 3:10, 3:12, something like that. Now I have come back in after a short break and did probably 4, close to it, but I've not went over 4 straight. Well, technically, I guess I did the day we did the Mayhaw because I wasn't on screen the whole time, but I stayed at the controls for probably close to 5 hours. 9 to, well, yeah, I did about 9 to 1 or 8:30 to 1 or something like that. But I wasn't on screen the whole time, but I was monitoring. But we were on screen a lot, so. But as far as like that, no, I haven't. Hope you had a comfortable chair, brother. Oh, awesome, man. You went on Big Tony Speaks and went over 3. You're rocking it, man. You can't put like names like Da Baby, 2 Chainz, Little Pump. That don't kind of work, does it? Hey, those were his words. It probably didn't sound the best, but that's kind of what he said. I mean, you know, that was the night that we did the show together. He said, we'll go. Oh, Steve, you Ohio guys. You Ohio guys are just a little bit different. y'all, y'all just got a little different way about you Ohio guys. The Ohio connection. Oh. Oh. You too, brother. I'll be getting off here in a minute. I gotta go. I'm going to work. Lock and load. Information flow. I was in training all day yesterday with some folks and had a good time. I did. Here's the updated list. Kit, Lindsay, Gaylord, Elmo, Ian, Ashley, Leslie, Gail, Kelly. By the way, Brosky Bear, we don't know your real first name. I don't think it's Brosky. Oh, man. I think James has got to work today. This is a return to work. I think it's his first day, right? You had Monday off. I know they wanted you to work, but I think you had 3 days off. Now back to the grind. Steve, do you work 8-hour days or 9-hour days or 10-hour days? Broski, not Brosky. Well, you know. Come on, bro. That's a Southern thing, man. Really? I never would have thunk that. But I do find that to be true a lot of times. There's a lot of people don't like their name. They really don't. They just they don't like it. They cringe at he loves his real name, which he's not going to tell us what it is. But it is Broski. We live in the land of milk and honey with a little disgusting thrown in. Yes, sir, we do. We got lots of disgusting going on right now. Good Lord. Hopefully we won't see mushroom clouds over any cities in the world due to the Zelensky, Graham, Blumenthal, the trio, the dynamic trio. 8 hours on my day job, mixed hours on Half Pine. Steve-O, okay. Well, we can do that, Steve-O. We usually call you the blacksmith or the Celtic blacksmith or something like that. We don't usually even say Steve. Steve-O. Hello, my name is Steve. Oh, you're describing Ohio? Okay, I got you. Well, I said you Ohio guys there's a little different there. Yeah. Ohio, and it depends on where you're at from Ohio. I don't say all Ohioans are like that. It's just that's that blue collar hard work. You go to work at noon. Well, at least you get a little while to gear up for it. How late do you have to work, brother? Have to work a little late? I'll be there till about 5. We do have the sports show today, 6 p.m. The racing show. I said sports. I'm sorry. Racing hour. I did enjoy the Nashville race. That was pretty good. Till 6:30. That's not too bad. Not too bad. God bless you, man. I know you didn't want to have to go back to work, but God bless you for that. That's tough, right? Broski says, I'm just going to say it depends on where in Ohio you're from. There are some city people, ethnic Polish, Italian, Irish in Cleveland. There's some real rednecks in the southern parts. Amen. Amen. What wasn't Tommy Boy supposed to be Ohio City? Wasn't that right? Yeah, it was Ohio. Wait a minute, wasn't? God, just my brain just wasn't the dude in the Aykroyd's character, wasn't that Zelensky? The other brake parts guy? I just thought about that. Ain't that right? What a thought. Yes, Sandusky, Ohio. That's right. That's right. Tommy Boy. It's Oh, Callahan. I'm sorry. Callahan Auto Parts. I thought there was Zelensky in there. My brain ain't working this morning. He said Cincinnati, but I think you're right. Sandusky. There was a Zelensky in there? Yeah, it was called. Yeah, Callahan was Tommy's dad's. That's right. Zelensky. Spelled a little different, but still it's Zelensky. That's hilarious. Sandusky. Sandusky. And I live in the redneck area that wants to be city slicker top. We are redneck, but we rise above. Hey, I got to ask you, have you seen these girls in Europe that march? They got their chest painted up. They're dressed like military, I'm not, socialist jackboots or something. And they're wearing no tops and they're marching through the city. I think it's in France. Have you seen that? This, just marching, with their hand out and all that. And they've got the army garb on and whatever, but no top. And they got, painted slogans on their chest. Have you? I know Steve saw that. I know Steve. I saw that. I fixed to have to go, but I just wonder if Steve would show up for the march. If any comes to your town, James, you're going out to watch the parade of them. A lot of rednecks in Ohio seem like Kid Rock wannabes. I'm a cowboy. Let's realize Kid Rock is from Michigan. Well, yeah, he's a Southern guy now. He's outside of Nashville. I don't know what it is about French girls and taking their shirts off. Something happens and they're like, quick, whip. It's like every other week there's another one of these marches. It's like, does this happen like every week and somewhere in France? We just got to pan the camera. There's Steve-O. Yeah! You go, girls. We aspire to be Josie. Young socialist chicks in France. I don't even know if they know what is even going on. But they sure do put together a spectacle, don't they? I know, it just popped in my head. Steve wants to help paint the slogans on. He is an artist. I'm telling you, this is a job for you, Steve-O. This is a job, the Celtic blacksmith, painting the slogans on, getting them ready for the marches. I can see it. It's true. They want an excuse to get attention. Oh, you guys are great. Appreciate your input this morning. Yeah, have a great day at work. I'm headed there. I got to go to Hardee's to get my biscuits, Steve-O. I think they lost some sporting event. Oh, got your undivided attention. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh man, James, you broadcasting tonight? Steve, y'all got anything going tonight? We'll announce that if you do. Go ahead and throw it up there. We have the sports show or the race. I keep saying sport racing show at 6. I will come back with another one after that. I probably around 9. James says yes, he'll be on tonight. Empty Pockets podcast on the Rumble side, absolutely. And I don't know if Steve is, but if not, you can go catch his marathon broadcast that he did yesterday as he got hot and sweaty and stanky, as he said, at the Forge. So Half Pine Forge, go give a follow on Rumble. James says not sure of time, but we'll be on tonight at some point. And I'm sure Miss Kim is on right now. Kim's Coffee Talk. She may be off by now, but if not, drop over and see her as we go off. And Killer Carl out there, Angry Conservative, all these folks. Watch them when you can. Yes, and that's good, man. I'm going to tune into your as often as I can. I'm going to listen to what you got to say on that. Yes. He's like the greatest salesman ever, right? Like this dude could sell anything, right? I mean, the commercials on Rumble, he's selling the energy drinks. This guy he's a master at selling things. He absolutely is. Steve says trying for 5 p.m. tonight, might make it by 6. Absolutely going live in the Forge. In the Forge. Getting hot and stanky. It's heating up. It's getting hotter in the world. Well, it's probably not hot there yet. It is Ohio. We're starting to heat up here, though. And then Wednesday night, Steve joins us for the first Wednesday of the month on the Hump Day Views. I almost forgot the name. Hump Day Views. Topic to be decided. Haven't decided on that. Just us getting together is a topic in itself, but we will figure out something. And a week from tomorrow will be our second part. Will be our Southern Fried Views, Rumble only, and part of that will be premium Hump Day Vince or Southern Fried Vince. Sorry, got all tongue twisted. Man, my brain's not working this morning. Not working. I slept hard, dreamed hard. I ain't really woke up. Coffee's good this morning. Everybody have a great day out there. Let's rock it. Get to tonight. Mike has some Demian machines for sale. Topic suggestion, French protester. Hey, we can talk about it. I'd love to hear Rob's discussion on that. Hey, I don't even know if he saw the video. Steve, I'm gonna tell you something. You have him at a disadvantage right now, and I don't even know if you know that. I'll say it offline. But if you'll watch, you absolutely have him, and he can't do anything about it. We'll talk offline. It's funny. And the ride is going to be really good. It happens to every guy eventually, you know. But you definitely have him in a position right now. I've always wondered about that. Tucker Carlson. I like his stuff, but when he first started in media, I was like, who's this guy? Tucker Carlson? Bow tie? If you need someone to talk to, I'm an unauthorized therapist. He probably has folks come in the auto parts store. Hey, James, I need to talk to you today. I'm having a tough day. Can we just talk? Oh, there's no doubt. Broski. Almost said it. Broski. What rhymes with Tucker? Yeah, he probably got slapped around. Let me say this. I got to go. But when he gets mad, his voice changes pitch. It's not the most manly, right? He can't get angry and it sound tough. He can't do it. And he gets a little crazed look in his face. Have y'all noticed that? I know you have. When he just doing a regular interview and it's really good, but when he tries to go full on like mad, like he's really fired up, passionate about something, the voice pitch goes higher, kind of cracks a little bit, and in his face, it's not tough look. It's not. And I can absolutely see how the left loves to attack him at that point because they see it too, even though that's who they are. But they're like, hey, he's one of us. The way he talks. I love you, Tucker, but it's true. Some people, it's like Joe Biden trying to sound tough, hammering the podium. It don't work. It's never worked. He's never been tough. Joe Biden ain't never been tough. Come on. Don't be giving me that corn pop story. You've never been tough, dude. You're not tough. Never have been. You talk tough, but you're not tough. Everybody talks tough till they get a punch in the nose, right? Or a crack at the knee. Everybody talks tough. I love Roadhouse. You smash that knee, tough talk's over. They're on the ground. Bust that nose, they can't see, blood everywhere, tough talk's over. Or you go into a rage. But a lot of them go running for home. Busted nose. Oh, yeah. Everybody have a great day. It's going to be a great day. We're going to make it a great day. We're not going to let it defeat us. Absolutely not. We're going to get this day and we're going to grab it and we're going to survive it. And we'll all see you online at some point this evening. These podcasters on the Rumbo channels. We will see you tonight. Let's pray that Lindsay and Blumenthal are kicked out of Ukraine very quickly. Things are getting dicey. The nicest thing I can say. See you tonight.